Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the featured contracts. And today's contract, Cicada Days, set in Paris. So onto our briefing. Our nerves were braided under ceiling stars that were aglow in the dark, hanging over queen-sized purple waves of ancient chemicals just whisper. Did you ever build with those endangered bones? Well, the ground looks soft enough to bury this now. And today's contract has been supplied to us courtesy of Linux Penguin. So on to our targets, and we have 4 of them today. 2 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the bodyguard, and 1 in our suit, but we can eliminate our targets in any way we see fit. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we're going to be bringing with us a breaching charge, some coins, and a Seeker 1 pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we actually require a change of disguise before anything else. We do have 1 elimination that is requiring us to wear our suit, but we will get to that in due course. So we're going to make our way into the palace building and around to the basement stairs and down into said basement. Just going to wait for the makeup artist to make their way through the corridor here. When they go through into the changing room, we can then follow them in. We're going to put on the waiter's disguise in the changing room here, and then make our way through the basement and up in through the kitchen and up to the ground floor, where we will start encountering our targets. Now we're going to do a little bit of setup first of all before we actually begin our eliminations. So once we get up to the first floor, we're going to trigger this conversation between the young gentleman and the young lady, the gentleman being our target. So when that plays out, the target will move to a different location. We're going to make our way into the kitchenette here and retrieve both the rat poison from the counter by the window and a propane cylinder. We're then going to add the rat poison to the hors d'oeuvres on the table here, and in a little while Victor Novikov's bodyguard will enter this room with Victor Novikov. He will sample the hors d'oeuvres, he will get sick, and he will come to this bathroom to evacuate himself. So we're just going to let the main door there close behind him. We're then going to render him unconscious. We're going to take his outfit, his gun, the phone that he drops. We're going to deposit him in the closet provided and retrieve our propane cylinder. So we now have the outfit we require. So we're just going to select our Seeker 1. We'll leave the propane cylinder here for now. We will be coming back to this room very shortly. So here is our suit target. So what we're going to do is we're going to make him sick. So we're just going to shoot him in the back with the Seeker 1. He will come to the same bathroom that the bodyguard did. So we're just going to get there ahead of him, retrieve our propane cylinder, hide in the closet once again, and in a very short while our target will arrive. And when he does, we are going to render him unconscious. Not going to drown him because we're not in our suit. So we're just going to quickly knock him out. There we go. Once he is unconscious, he's now lying in probably the best position for us. We're going to place our breaching charge just by his head there, retrieve our propane cylinder once again, and move on to our next target. So that first kill there is all set up and ready to go. So we're going to make our way back down the corridor now, and we're going to grab the screwdriver from the case here, and we're going to lure our next target into the stairwell. So we're just going to drop a coin on the floor here to lure him deep into this area. And then we're going to use our propane cylinder to lure in our target. And when he comes in to investigate, we can then eliminate him in any way we see fit. I'm going to opt for the screwdriver. As we've just collected it, we might as well use it. So when our target comes in to investigate, we can close the doors behind him and stick the screwdriver in his neck. We're going to retrieve our coins, retrieve our propane cylinder, and we're going to move on now to our next target, who is outside of the building. Do be aware of Victor Novikov, who will be an enforcer to this outfit. As you can see there, I was kind of brave, kind of stupid, but managed to get away with it. So we're going to head to the bathrooms by the museum and out through the open window into the courtyard beyond, where we will encounter our next target having a cigarette. So we're just going to throw the propane cylinder at his feet and move a safe distance away. And when he loses interest in the noise, he will return to his spot and he will relight his cigarette, and that will ignite the propane cylinder. Something like this. So a nice bit of height there, didn't really go anywhere, just straight up. That was quite enjoyable. So we're going to now make our way back into the building via the window. There is our final target, as you can see, currently in panic mode. So it's going to be a little while before she gets where we want her to be. Now this young lady is the young lady being followed by the photographer. So we are going to have to be a bit sneaky about this. So we're going to make our way out to the outside bar area and over the balcony into the car park where the reporter and her cameraman are hanging around, and eventually the photographer and our target will make their way through this area. So we're just going to give the target a bit of a bump to slow her down ever so slightly, and then we're going to take up our position back behind the limousine here, and when our target passes us, we are going to crouch down and shoot her with the Seeker one, which will make her sick. So here she comes now. So I'm just going to try and time this. Just got her in the wrist, so I was quite lucky there. That just proves how bad of a shot I am. It was near point blank, really. So our target's going to get sick, and she's going to make her way into the bathroom. Now we need to get this done relatively quickly and get out, because the photographer will come and investigate as soon as she has demised. So we're going to quickly dunk her head into the toilet, and as soon as we are able, we are going to vacate the room, and you will see there is the photographer coming to investigate as we speak. So all that's left to do is to take care of our first and final target, and we need to be in our suit for this. So we're going to retrace our steps back down into the basement, into the changing room, and again I throw caution to the wind, and we almost get spotted a second time, but we get our suit on without any problems. We're going to make our way towards the wine cellar exit, and on the way there we are going to trigger the breaching charge, thus killing our final target whilst wearing our suit. And all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and all we have to do is continue down the corridor to the wine cellar exit. So there we go, one more featured contract taken care of. This one was actually quite enjoyable. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun learning and figuring this one out as I did. But we got through it, and we got our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.